card, and you tired of being in debt with it, keep it open. Right. Just use it every once in a while for gas or something, because don't be afraid. But if you close it, it's going to hurt your credit for a minute.
Yeah, they're looking at longevity. So
they want to see you with revolving lines of credit. I think everybody should be in the process of either purchasing their own home, because you're going to pay a landlord $1,400, and then every year they go up.
Yes,
when
especially these apartments.
Purchase your own home. And, now, come on, if you get in at a good rate, you may pay $400 plus your insurance and everything else for your own home versus paying a landlord all that money. Now, this is not knocking landlords, people that's trying to rent houses. I'm trying to help you all better yourself so you can save and you can take those trips and you can live comfortably, because once you get a certain age, you want to be able to live comfortable.
Yes, you
not
sure do.
Go to work 5-6 jobs, slaving 100 hours. You want to be able to live comfortably. So if you follow these tips that we're giving you, it should at least start you off on the right track of living comfortably, getting your credit together.
That's true. And that's what I'm doing. See, I fell down, but I'm back up, and I'm getting back on track, like, where I need to be. So, it's not that we're where we should be. We're working on it.
We're still working in progress, too, but we know the tips to do it. But the thing is, like 2 years ago, actually, I set a goal for myself. I said, when I get 38, I'm going to own my house. That didn't happen. When I get 40, I'm going to own my house. Guess what? My credit was still not in a good place. I had the high credit, but I didn't have any revolving lines of credit. Right. I didn't have that paper trail to show, okay, you can make payments on time.
Right.
I had a repo. I had all kind of stuff going on. But when you actually sit down, pull your credit report, and say, I'm going to pay these debts off, and then I'm going to get this, you will be amazed at how fast you'll be on your way to owning that home or whatever it is. And this is another thing. This is not to knock anybody. Don't be trying to get a Bugatti and you live in the projects. You're living beyond your means. Yeah. Your first priority should be owning a home for you and your children, not driving a $500,000 car, whatever it is. I know I'm stretching it. But our minds are just so
it's in the
translucent.
Right place sometimes.
You want this and you want that, but you live in low income housing. Yeah. Or you're on Section 8. Yeah. That is so backwards. Yeah. You have to retrain your mind that, okay, something ain't right with this picture. So get out of that mindset. Get out of the mindset that you got to have $500-$600 Gucci shoes on and you working at McDonald's, or you got the $300 Jordans that just came out and your mom is buying them.
Ownership speaks volume too. Yes. So, you want to own.
You can brag a little bit when you own your own stuff. Yeah. You can toot your stuff.
I own my own house.
That's it.
Own car.
You can pat yourself on the back. I did that.
Right.
We did that. Whoever helped you do it. It's done, and we have to make sure we keep our credit in check. Unfortunately, this day and age, your credit score is everything. And you want to be able to live comfortable. You don't want to have to go get payday loans and borrow money from people.
Yeah, that's true. But I do have to say something to piggyback off what you said. When you said, pull your credit report and start paying off some debt. Now, one thing, I do want to advise you, if it's been on your credit for like 6 years, don't go pay it off.
No, leave it alone, because it's
going to start back over. Because when you make that first payment, then it starts back over. And then you got another 7 to 10 years. So if it's about to fall off, you need to try to dispute it or just leave it alone. Let it fall off. But if it's fresh, then you need to deal with it.
Go ahead and catch it. Because just because it's in collections does not necessarily mean it's on your credit. Correct. So if we're calling you to avoid it from going to your credit. Hey, there is a 30-day validation period. Once you get that first letter, we want you to call us so we can help you work it out before it goes to your credit. So stop being afraid of answering the phone for debt collectors or hanging up in our face.
Right.
And then when you really need it, you're calling me.
I didn't know.
It never fails. Trust me, the line of work that I'm in, you have to pay me. Because everybody needs somewhere to stay. Right. One way or another. You can get away with it. You can use a child's Social Security number. You can use your mama's Social Security number. When those Social Security numbers run out, guess who you're going to call? Rent debt. So handle it when you can. Don't let it get that far. I do want to say that for those who are looking at first-time home buyership, I do want to recommend you to SWBC. I want you to call Keith Morrow. His number is 615-414-0200. Now, that is the bank. And when I tell you this is an awesome bank, if it is anything you need to work on, He's going to help you work on it. If he can't help you, he's going to tell you from the beginning. He's not going to lead you on. He's not going to take your money. He's going to, well, not take your money, but not get your hopes up. If it's something that he thinks he can do for you, he'll tell you how to do it. Again, his name is Keith Morrow. He's at SWBC Bank. His number is 615-414-0200. And to piggyback off of that, and then we're going to let TT talk, I have a realtor for you all. Her name is Takitha Morgan Roach. When I tell you she's a bad mama jamma, you can tell her what type of house you want, where you want it, and if it's findable, she'll find it. She'll tell you if that's beyond your means, if you can handle it, and what you need to do to get it done. Again, her name is Takitha Morgan Roach. She works over at eXp Realty. Her number is 615-967-0764. Those are my two connects, and they're very good. So I'm not going to steer you wrong. When I tell you I was down to the wire with my home, because when you're buying a house, honey, it's no stress like buying a house.
True.
It is. It seems like every day before closing something is coming up. So if you don't have a good realtor and a good banker to back you, you will lose your mind. Your realtor will check your deeds, your titles to make sure everything is good. If you don't have the realtor that's doing that for you, then you need to get away from that realtor and get with one that is going to do the legwork for you. Your goal should be making sure your credit is where it needs to be. Mm-hmm. Making sure you're comfortable in finding the home. You should be shopping. It should be the happiest time of your life. House shopping. You should not be stressed out about anything else, and that's what your realtor will do for you.
That's true.
So you just got to make sure you're with the right people. Always, and if you have to shop around a little bit, don't go for the first one, because I'm telling you, some banks will tell you, oh, you're approved for $500,000, go find a house.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you put your money down, and then come to closing, you can't get it. So you have to make sure you're with the right people, because buying a house is very, very stressful and it's very tricky. And also, make sure that when you're planning on buying a house, you do everything that they ask you to do.
Yeah.
Don't go doing some crazy stuff thinking you good to go because you've been pre-approved.
Yeah.
Trust me. Buying a house is very stressful.
All right. And then another realtor is Miss Linda Boyd. She's real good as well. She's at Excel Real Estate Company, and she's out for Clarksville Highway.
Okay.
And the phone number for her is 615-593-0515, or you can reach her at 615-256-6566. And her name is Miss Linda Boyd, and she's with Excel Real Estate.
All right, so we have gave you guys a plug on getting your credit together. We've gave you the plug on getting some things. Mm-hmm. And hey, you can find nice cars. Don't just try to go get a 2017 when you can get the same 2012.
Yeah.
Same car. And guess what? Most of the body shapes are the same. Yeah. It may be one or two things different.
That's true.
So don't live beyond your means. And I want to see all of us
succeed.
Yeah. And if it's anything that we can help you with, just give us a call. You have our phone numbers. You can inbox us. You can message us on Instagram, on Facebook. We're not hard to find. Mm-hmm. I may have to call one of y'all one day for a bill. Yeah. Don't hang up on me. Let me help you. Let me help you get that bill together. And that's just as simple as that. It's 2020. We got to make sure we have our houses in order. And that's the only way we're going to do it.
That's true. Now, for some of those that have not, started on saving, we have a something that we can share with you, and how they say, if you do this, do that, it'll get you where you need to be. So when you do retire, you'll be comfortable, and you don't have to worry about, am I going to get this Social Security check, or how I'm going to pay my taxes, or, because you're saving for that. And so
the statistics. So the statistics say if you're earning $50,000 by the age of 30, you should at least have $25,000 in the bank. Now, come on now. I don't really.
Hey,
it should, but come on, really? You heard what I said, statistics. But that's the goal, to try and do it.
Yeah.
Not make it a statistic. Go ahead and try to do it. And that comes from, like I said, get your prepaid debit card. Put some money aside. Get you a Christmas account. Mm-hmm. Put some money in there.
Yeah.
When I hit 40 is when it clicked.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got to do better.
Yeah.
This is just not working for me. Yeah. I want to be able to take care of my own finances by myself if something happens and I'm single forever. I want to be comfortable. it made me kind of mad when I bought my home. People was like, oh, da, 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 da. My house it's beautiful to me. It's comfortable, and I can afford it. If something happens with my job, I'm good.
You still can
you know
take
what I mean?
care of it.
So
That's right.
I knew, even though the bank approved me for XYZ, I said, nah. Because then I'm going to be in the same position I'm in paying this. Like I paid $1,200 for so many years.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay that anymore. I want to be comfortable. So I knew, even though, like I said, the bank approved me for a certain amount, no, I'm going to find something down here. I don't want to find nothing up there. And it took shopping and looking, and it was so stressful. And I really found what I wanted, where I wanted, and it still works out. So don't just think.
Don't rush.
Don't rush.
Yeah.
And don't go for the first thing you see. Don't get discouraged. It's going to be hard in everything you do. Even with trying to save, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to cut back. You're not going to be able to take the trips. You're not going to be able to hang out and do the things you do. But guess what? It's going to pay off in the long run.
Yeah.
And when you get our age, 40, 45, you can get on a plane. Like us,
chill.
Hey, let's go. Hey, okay, let me see how much a plane ticket is. It was not always like that.
Right. And I wish, someone had, would have told me some of these tips when I was younger. But, hey, you live, you learn.
And hey, I mean, like I said, it took me to get 40 to really just be like, you know what, I got to get it together.
And do better, yeah.
So we have like 3 more minutes. My final tip to you all is, and this is not to knock anybody, this is what they hustle. It's a lot of hustles. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but the same thing that you're going to pay a debt consolidation place or whatever to do, or pay just Joe Blow down the street to clean your credit, you can do it yourself.
Yeah, research. And
let me tell you, don't always listen to Google, because Google ain't always right.
That's true.
Google will tell you all kinds of things. But there's nothing wrong with picking up the phone, calling the company that you may have a question about, and you do the research yourself. Yeah. Get off the couch, pull your credit report, dispute that stuff yourself, or call and pay it yourself.
Right.
Point blank period. I do not recommend paying someone to do some work that you can do.
Right. So the last minute tips, just plan your expenses, spend wisely, plan for emergency, like repairs for your home and stuff, save for that. Think about your future, what your plans are for the future. Make sure you shop around, for low interest on mortgage or insurance, and all that stuff. Most of all, prioritize your spending and saving. Your needs and your wants. Do I really need this, or do I just want it? And if you can, lower some of your monthly bills. I ain't gonna tell you no tale. You got this cable. That cable is expensive, but they have a lot of other apps that you can get that will lower your monthly expense, and you can still look at some of those shows you like looking at, And the best thing, because the key is to build a strong credit report. So if you need to go and get something, and you got that credit, you can get it,
and you'll have a low payment.
Yeah,
you won't have those
high interest
$400 payments when you can get a $200 payment. Car note or something. So you do want to make sure that you're doing that. I hope this show has helped somebody. It's all about understanding your debt. If you can understand your debt, then you can fix your debt.
Right, that's true.
But if you don't understand it, you can't. So make sure you guys go to www.spreaker.com, leave your comments, leave your thoughts, leave your questions, whatever it is, make sure you do it. You can catch us each and every Wednesday night from 7 p.m. To about 7:45, 8 o'clock, just depends. We'll extend it out. We just really wanted to get the feel of, because we were off a little bit and I had to move. We just wanted to get the feel of getting the network built back up before we go longer. But I had a great time.
I did too.
I wind down. We got to talk about our professions.
Yeah, we did.
So it got away from all of the relationship stuff. But next week now, we going to be on some old nitty gritty.
Bring it.
we going to be right back on the girl. Did you see what he did?
Right.
Nah, I'm joking, y'all. It's your girl, Char, the super chick. You guys were tuned into the evening wind down. One life, one love.
Peace.
Peace. And we're out. You guys have a good night. Hope to see you next Wednesday.